everybody pointing. You did this too. You did this, you did this too. And it's a lot of stuff being done as we doing it. You did this too. I I don't know why there's not outrage, because if people like something, it's going to be outrage, but it's going to be the outrage from people that don't like that person. If people like that person, they're not going to say, hey, this is wrong. They're just going to say, okay, hey, we don't care because we don't like that person. That's just what this app does. Now, it may come up a year later where everybody's mad at that person. Now what's going to happen is everybody that was on the one side never saying anything is going to say something. And then that, you get what I'm saying? That is just a ring around the rosy game. If you go to my videos from last year to this year, everything I said last year, I was saying this year. My stance haven't changed. I don't care if you popular today and was dragged last year. My stance is still going to change, remain the same unless I get new details. That's it, right? People don't do that on this app.
Okay, so I just want to speak to one thing you just said. I did hear everything you said. So you literally said that the only outrage is going to come from the people that don't like that person, right?
That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you're pointing that out, because that's exactly what's happening with this Bella situation.
Okay, so with the Bella situation, I think more people are on Bella's side than y'all realize. I think you guys are misconstruing the today with the Bella situation from last year with the Bella situation. If something comes out, if there's a case that's now re-exposed and reopened because something else came out, maybe a crime was committed during this time, and people are like, okay, the case was closed, but it's reopened. You go through all the details. It doesn't mean that person is going to be reconvicted or anything like that. You have to go through all the details of what happened. I don't think anybody's going after, well, not over that's been talking. Nobody's going after Bella, but the facts still remain, and we can't skip over the facts. You get what I'm saying? So even when I said it doesn't even matter what Bella did, people still gonna go to court. It don't matter what Asia Baby did. People still gonna support Asia Baby. None of this matters. People are still gonna support these people. We see this. But the facts don't change if we're going to go through the whole case. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's blaming anybody, but the facts are still the facts. You get what I'm saying?
The only one that keeps getting the bulk of the blame is the person that did the fucking lease. And the same person that, like you said, already took accountability for this, like I said in your comment section. So I'm wondering what everybody's looking for real, because that's why I asked that question. And what new facts have changed anything that happened back then? Because nobody can go back and change anything. But hold on, T. Hold on. So what new facts or anything that has changed the outcome of this story? What new facts have been brought to the forefront?
I just said, I think the details are still the same from last year. I said the only time my stance change is if the facts change. My stance have remained the same from last year to this year. That's what was my point. There are no new facts. That's why I don't understand how they're tying it with the opposition. Susu asked the question. Prior to this coming out, there was a message that was sent. So, how did that person know? So, prior to this coming out, what happened? Do that make sense? So now we go back to, okay, before this came out, what happened? And that's what's been going on. I still don't understand what occurred that was like, whoa, that ties to the opposition. I don't think the two correlate. I think that page has been throwing people off, and it's going to continue to throw people off, and people are falling for it. So when it throwing people off, things are becoming we're unpacking things, and it's going all around. We're going so far from who it is because we're going all the way back to how it came out, how that message went. I don't even think they correlate. To be honest, I don't. Which is why I'm going back. Okay, well, let's go back to prior to this coming out. What happened? What occurred? I still don't see what correlates it. Now, if y'all see, let me know.
So, thanks, Sig. Appreciate it. The only thing that people should be looking into is if this came out I'm sorry, if the whatever was sent to somebody's chat before it hit the app, there's only 4 people in this chat, right? 4 people. So that means one of those 4 people brought it to the app on a troll page. A troll page. So that means somebody was doing this maliciously. It wasn't a slip up. It wasn't I blurted that out. So again,
because they all were talking about bringing it to the app on the troll page. That was there. If you go through the screenshots, that's what I'm saying. No new facts have changed. If you go through the screenshots, that was their discussion. How can we get the video to the app? Let's bring it from a troll page. The troll page was then created. All these facts were stated last year. The troll page name was TikTok Investigation. That's my point. They all agreed.
That's the thing, T. That all that shit was. I don't want to keep going around in this circle. All of that shit was.
That's what I'm trying to explain to them, though.
All of that shit was scrapped, and nobody was supposed to be going through with that plan. So, which means whoever did, I'm sorry, T, go on mute if it's an echo, because it's an echo when I talk. So, if the whole thing was scrapped and they never was going to go through with it, whoever created the troll page and went through with it, because they wasn't going to just write it in the comment section, right? They wasn't going to do that. And they wasn't going to send out a warning about it. They did the shit maliciously. So that means they knew what they were doing from the gate. So,
okay.
I already, you know what? I'm going to leave that alone.
That's why
I'm not going down that road again.
I want to go down this road, right? So let me go there. Before Keys and Morgan left the chat, or after they left the chat, there was a fake page in my comments. Come to find out, that fake page was Keys. They were already making fake pages from the group anyway, without telling each other. Now the TikTok investigation.
You know what I find funny though, Key? That Keys and Morgan, like, names just keep popping up. Like, they're the common denominator. The common fucking denominator. At this fucking point, they don't look like nothing but a bunch of fucking clout chasers to me. No tea, no shade. Is what it is. That's how I feel. It feels like they were trying to build their platform. Once they couldn't use Bella, they moved the fuck on. That's what it feels like.
If y'all go back through my clips these last couple days, all I have been doing is covering the facts that have already come to the front. Okay? No assumptions, no fricka, no narrative changing. I'm just sticking to all the facts that have come out. Okay? Keys made a troll page. That troll page was in the group chat. Now remember, I don't know if you remember. I didn't remember all these details. This is a lot. So when Susu, remember, this came up because Susu asked the question about the situation that happened with Bella and them with Barb's daughter. The Barb came forward with the receipt. So the only reason why we're going over this again is because it came up again somewhere on this app. I don't know who brought it up first. I don't know which person brought it to the forefront, but that video was brought up again. Okay? Are we, is that not correct of how we got here to this video that we're watching right here?
It started on Bryson's live. Yes. They started talking about opposition, and then the video thing came up.
Okay. So nobody is targeting a specific person. This is something that I guess they feel is relevant to the opposition because the opposition inboxed Barb about a video that was in that group chat. I never seen that screenshot. I would still like to see that screenshot because what I've noticed is we are paraphrasing things. Once I read it, it's not saying what people are saying it says. So if somebody can send me the screenshot where that page says a video is in a group chat, I would love to see that because that would then prove that somebody absolutely from that group chat did know that it was coming out. But I haven't seen that receipt that says there was a video in a group chat. So I would like to see that screenshot that says that video came from a group chat, because we all know that multiple people recorded that live, right? There were more than one people. If we know Asia Baby recorded it and we know Bella recorded it, there are more people that were in that live that probably recorded it too. You get what I'm saying? So that's been my point. We know 2 people have recorded it because those 2 people have already been said that they recorded it. But there are other people that haven't even came out that probably was recording it too. So
that makes me wonder, like, why is Bella catching all the heat for recording it? Why are these 2 people record lives all the damn time? Children and all.
Bella's catching the heat for recording it. I think the problem was with the Bella thing was when it was said that Keys recorded it, it wasn't said, no, it wasn't Keys, it was me. Because that man was called a P3DO.
And who said that? Not Bella. Like, why we gotta clear up shit for other fucking people's fucking words? I do not. That's the problem we just had with Frank, with the whole Frankie situation. I gotta clear up something for something somebody else fucking said, and I gotta do it on y'all time. Like, come on. Oh my goodness. It's like what I'm saying is like the goalposts move every fucking 5 seconds with this whole
question. I'm not centering Bella here. You are. I'm trying to de-center Bella. You keep centering Bella. So every time you center Bella, the facts are the facts, right? So if you want to keep it on Bella, we can keep it on Bella. You are the one that is centering Bella and making Bella stand out far more. Because I have been trying to de-center her in this live, and you keep centering her. So the fact that you keep centering her, and then when I answer the question, and then you get upset and say, but what does that got to do with anything? It has everything to do with the question that you're asking me. If you want to keep it off Bella, I'm trying to tell you, Bella wasn't the only one who recorded. Asia recorded. We know Asia recorded. Asia put that shit on the floor. She posted it. She stood on it. She put it up. And I'm also saying if that's the case, there are possibly other people that recorded it too. It was a public live. You brought it back to Bella. And you asked me, well, why, if other people recorded it, then why are people so mad at Bella? They were mad at Asia Baby too. But Asia Baby had already said she recorded it. Bella didn't. That's the difference that people are saying. There was a jacket put on a person that they were a P3DO. Once that was put out there, and I know I did it, it's on me to say, hey, they didn't do that. I am the one that did that. Because I know that I did it, and somebody that I fuck with, somebody that I care about or cared about at one point, and that I was in a personal group chat with, that was fighting with me and for me at one point, is now taking a fall for something they didn't do. So let me go ahead and just tell the truth that I did it. It didn't happen then, cool. But that's the facts of the things that happened. She ended up taking it. Cool. She ended up standing. She ended up, okay, I did do it. This is why I did it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going through the facts that happened around that time. That's it.
Okay, so again, like I said before, everybody already took accountability for their roles that they played in this. Bella didn't lie. I guess she didn't move fast enough for people for somebody else's words, because Bella ain't never put that jacket on him, but she was held accountable for it, right? It was her fault that she didn't move in a timely fashion for the same people that she supposed to have been, called her friends, and not to go into all the back end shit that was going on, the dirt and shady shit that was going on in the back end towards Bella. But again, the woman took responsibility for what she did and moved on. This shit's brung back up, and I'm not sure what people are looking for. I don't know. Again, I don't know what y'all looking for. Anybody. But the loudest people speaking up about this are the same people that are literally doing the same thing to this date. So,
Who are those
please,
people, Blaine?
did anybody post anybody's child in the green screen today?
Are we speaking of AJ? Because AJ,
Asia baby.
I said, are we speaking of AJ?
Did AJ post somebody's child in the green screen today?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what you
so
talking
again,
about?
I'm literally speaking in general.
You
Again,
said somebody
this has only been brought to my attention that somebody was posting somebody's child in the green screen today.
the only,
You got
okay,
to
I'm
go on mute
saying,
when I talk too, but because it's going to be an echo.
I'm sorry. You said, you said the loudest people are still doing it to this day. I said, who are those people? You said, didn't somebody post somebody's child on the green screen today? I said, are you speaking of AJ? Because AJ is the person that I know. I was just in her live. They had somebody's child on the green screen. That can't be in general because it actually happened. It's specific.
So when
AJ,
I'm talking about people are still doing the same stuff to this day, there's a lot of that goes on Messy Talk. A
right,
lot
but
of people speak on people's children. I didn't watch Shigo have her child spoken on. Then when y'all want to talk about kids being sexualized, that's been going on for years. That happened to my child, and no outrage was had. True Loudon did it, and a bunch of other creators. Kiana. The
right,
list goes. Hold on, the list goes on and on and on. But for some reason, the buck stops at Bella. That's what I mean. Now,
okay,
again, I heard that it happened today. I don't know the context. I don't know the reason. It could have been anything. And this is less than a week later.
okay, can I go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You said the loudest people that's speaking on Bella are still doing it to this day. I said, who are those people? You said, didn't somebody just put somebody's child on a green screen? So when you said the loudest people, AJ has actually been defending Bella. So I know that AJ just put somebody's child on the green screen, but she's the one that's defending Bella. And
Wait
saying
a minute. Wait a minute. Did you see yesterday's live?
no, you said today. So
No, I'm
AJ
talking
went
about yesterday. AJ's live all about this when she was telling Bella she need to apologize and everything like that.
oh no, I wasn't live yesterday.
So yeah, you're missing context around that then.
Okay, I apologize because I didn't know that. I know today she was offended Bella. Today she said she fuck with Bella. She ain't got no get. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we missing. Nobody's mad at Bella. We all will be at court Sunday. What happens is when stuff gets buried from the past, shit come out that we did in the process of things getting buried. You know what I'm saying? Like things being digged up. Nobody's mad at Bella. Like I'm not mad at. We all said we gonna be in court on Sunday. We know that Bella got it hands down. She got that. That's her spot. We not trying to take her down. We not mad at Bella. But the facts did happen. We're just going through the facts. If y'all trying to uncover a thing, who said that? Ain't it been said all day? That people are rebuilding the hate train. A new hate train has started. So,
That's what I was speaking to today. Because you said it last night when it came to Nosy.
right. So all I'm saying is over here, we not mad at Bella. Not that I know of. We know we gonna still be there. We still support. I said this 2-3 days ago. I said people still gonna show up at Bella Court.
One second, y'all. I need my mods to pay attention to the chat. There are things going on in the chat that need to be muted. Please go ahead.
I understand that it's hard when things are being. Here's the thing. Bella has the show that does recap things that happen throughout the week, whether it's been resolved or not. So we got to be the strongest when it comes to certain stuff because we do the recapping, we do the rehashing, right? So we should not take this personal, even though it's hard to, because sometimes I do. It's hard not to, but we have to try to remember it's not always personal. Sometimes it is. And we have to be able to discern when it is personal and when it's not. Some things are personal. Sometimes people are trying to do that one thing to you. But it's all not personal. When some more stuff come up and more things are, it's like, okay, we got to still go through it. I'm not trying to fight you, but this did happen. Okay, you took accountability, but it happened. Okay, let's move forward. I think we're sticking on one thing, which is why Bella is keeps being highlighted, because once we get to Bella, it's like, well, why are we talking about this? She already took accountability. Why are we doing? What are you doing here? So that's why it's staying more on Bella, because the more that if we get to Bella's part, it's more people coming forth like, hey, wait, hold on, don't do that, don't do that. And it's like, we're not, no, 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 no. We're not saying she has to go to jail or anything. We're just saying this is part of what happened. So it seems like Bella is standing out more because it's being pulled out and centered a little bit more. So now we got to expound on why we doing this or how this started. And I think that's why that's happening.
I think it's more of it's happening that certain people are they saw their opportunity and they took it. Like the nosies of the world. Because again, like you said yesterday, Nosy just popped up out of nowhere. Now she going through year-old clips, having them ready and on deck, but she couldn't provide something that she promised people to wait 2 weeks on. Nosy ain't gonna get me. I guarantee you that. Because Nosy working on her third strike with me. And if
Well,
Nosy doesn't want to become the topic of the week, I would suggest she leave this whole thing alone.
from what I've witnessed since I've been, from what I've witnessed since it's been coming out and we got keys and put on Mad Day. So I don't see Bella being the one targeted until yesterday with Nosy, yes. But Bella has not been the target for the most part. I think Mad Day is now the target. Everybody's after Mad Day. Everybody's like, where's Mad Day? Bring her to the front. Get her here. That's when I got pulled into it, or when I asked the question, that's who they were looking for, Mad Day. They weren't saying Bella come up. They weren't saying Bella come explain yourself. They weren't saying Bella quiet now. They were looking for Mad Day. So again, I don't think anybody is really on Bella like that. I think it is maybe triggering that Bella's name has come up in it. But Bella also came up and added to this, right? She also said Mad Day. She also went and said that, yes, Mad Day was on a witch hunt. Mad Day did this. So now it's like she's adding context when it came to Mad Day. She's not adding context when it comes to herself, but she's added context when it came to Mad Day to add to people going at Mad Day. So I think that's what we got to understand too. I ain't got no beef with Bella, but when it's Bella, Bella ain't saying shit. But when the heat is on somebody else and she's involved, she will come up and she will let that heat be on that person. She will.
So I believe the second day or this no, it was the same day Bella already spoke on this. And she said that she has moved on. Everybody wanted to continue the conversation, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when people are telling Bella she needs to apologize, that makes no sense to me. Like absolutely none, because she already took her accountability and she said she moved on from it. Um, Now, as far as Mad Day go, she's putting more light on herself because at the end of the day, Mad Day isn't saying a lot of things that she has done and that snowballed into all of this. Even Nosy speaking on it. It snowballed into some shady shit Nosy's been doing. And the crew that she tends to want to hang on to now. That's what people aren't paying attention to. They paying attention to Bella though. That's what I'm seeing.
No,
Because I'm asking questions about Mad Day, but everybody resorts back to Bella, not Blaze.
people are paying more attention to Mad Day. And I think that's where I come in because I was there, right? I'm trying to figure out where Black Mad Day said what she did too. She said she got it wrong with Keys. Keys didn't record that video. Bella did.
She did more than that.
All of them did more than that.
No. Again, we going around in circles. Again, no. Because more shit came out about Bella, and now more shit is coming out about Keys and Morgan. The people that surrounded Bella said they was her friend. You know, the excuse was Mad Day did this to show her who Bella real friends was, and she wasn't even one herself. A lot of the back end conversations that were going on was Mad Day causing a lot of, and Morgan causing a lot of friction.
All right.
But they don't even want to speak to that.
Now I'm going to wake this shit up because we playing too much. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I don't know what she's going to wake up. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm going to continue the clip.
All right, so I'm gonna explain it one more time. Y'all keep talking about logins and all.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I was. Okay,
We talking about hold on.
right the whole time. Okay,
we talking about logins, Blaze, because you came up here. You said, "Hey, Mad Day, did you log in ever for position?"
Okay. So if you're linked to another page, that obviously means you logged into it. Got it? And no, it's not illegal. Don't ask me for proof because I'm never going to show you it. That's why Bryson said I was right on point. Because these people that I mentioned logged in to opposition pages, excluding Susu. Susu don't have nothing to do with opposition. Did I say any of that? I don't know what you talking about. I said Miss Morgan and Keys seemed like a bunch of clout chasing and got mad when they couldn't get what they wanted out of Bella. Did I say anything about him being wrong for being mad about the shit that happened to him? No. But it seemed like they was clout chasing. When they couldn't get what they wanted out of Bella, they ran over to Barb and Peach. And that didn't work out too good for them. To talk shit about somebody they called their fucking friend. So, I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but I'm getting up out of here. It's 3 o'clock, and that's my time for the day. Enjoy y'all evening. I said